Los geht's. Bin gespannt, ob das jetzt... Ich habe die aktuelle Episode runtergezogen. Ob es jetzt weitergeht. Mal sehen.
How many times must I tell you? You must never put your life on the line for me.
Mother has always had a fascination for Lord Mortimer, but has never wanted to tell me why.
We are doing our utmost to find your mother as quickly as possible. Without your mother, hundreds of men of the cloth would have gone to the guillotine.
All I can tell you is I'm looking for my sister.
Do you believe your mother capable of torturing a child?
An agreement for cannons. Lord Mortimer assured me that you are to take over the project on behalf of your mother.
Johann Christoph von Wollner, Minister of Religious Affairs, and Jacques Peroux, French Revolutionary Tribunal Judge. You will find that Lord Mortimer is not what one would call conventional, Monsieur de Richet.
I do apologize for being late. I was obliged to clear up some urgent business.
Okay. Ist klar. Jo. Bin gespannt, ob das zweite Kapitel genauso geil ist wie das erste.
At last we meet, Monsieur de Richet. Do you mind if I call you Louis?
Please do.
Thank you. I wish to apologize wholeheartedly, Louis. I made you cross the seas, and I wasn't even here to welcome you. When I asked you to join us here, it was, of course, in the hope that you would help us find your mother. Unfortunately, I am now confronted with another problem, which I would rather have done without. You see, last night, Miss Adams also went missing. I have had my people searching for her all over the island. Alas, to no avail. It so happens that both her mental and her physical health are extremely fragile. I'm worried that the same thing happened to her as to your mother. Also, I would appreciate it very much if you could tell me what you were doing on the floor in her room in the early hours
It's
of
quite
the morning.
normal. I can explain everything.
Oh, well, I'm glad to hear it. You see, Sir Gregory is about to arrive, and he's taken Elizabeth's disappearance very, very seriously. Please, reassure him so that we can talk about your mother.
William, I would like to see you a moment before we begin. In private.
Let's step outside a moment. Louis, this will only take a few moments.
All right, let's take this chance to look around.
Zeugenaussagen. Okay.
Please, sit back down, Louis.
This sort of behavior is not working in your favor, young man.
Gregory, Louis told me we needn't be concerned.
Of course. Monsieur de Richet, the situation seems to escape your grasp, so I won't beat about the bush. Did you kill Elizabeth Adams?
Nein, habe ich. Nein, habe ich
What are
nicht.
you talking about? I only helped her. We talked and she wanted to leave. I imagine that's what she did, right?
We have found no trace of her leaving, monsieur. So allow me to have my doubts.
Nor have we found any reason to believe that Louis is lying. We must remain calm, Gregory. We have found no evidence that would suggest that Elizabeth has been murdered. For the time being, she has only disappeared. Let's stick to the facts, if you please.
Well, where is she then?
Dann weiß ich es nicht.
I'm not absolutely sure, but I'd wager she's gone to visit her sister.
I beg your pardon?
Good Lord! You mean Abigail?
Yes, they've been keeping in touch by mail. Elizabeth always dreamt of meeting her. I wouldn't be surprised if she went to see her.
Damnation! This is a fiasco. Sir, you don't seem to realize just how serious this is.
Let's try and remain calm, Gregory. In any case, it would be far better if Elizabeth really has left the island, as Louis says. Why do you think she wanted to leave?
She was terrorized by my mother's presence here. Just the thought of coming face to face with her was unbearable.
Did she tell you why?
Yes, she brought the subject up.
I'm sorry, Louis. It couldn't have been easy to hear.
For your sake, I sincerely hope that she got there safely. Monsieur de Richet, I apologize if my words seemed a little abrupt. I dare not think what would happen if Elizabeth came across your mother on the island. Your generosity may well cost you dearly.
I understand, my lord. I certainly regret it.
You don't need us for any of this. So come along, Monsieur Peru. We are leaving.
Right. It's time we spoke about your mother, Louis.
She seems to be making every effort to steer clear of your guests.
What do you mean?
For the past few weeks, my mother's been playing cat and mouse, if you will. I don't know why, but it wouldn't surprise me to learn that she's trying to avoid someone. The question is, who?
And in your opinion, would she be the cat or the mouse?
Ich würde eher sagen die Katze.
Knowing my mother, she would be the cat.
That doesn't make me feel any better, Louis.
What was the official reason why my mother came to your island?
I knew about your mother's activities, and yours, in the Golden Order. I thought we had everything to gain by working together.
You mean the canon deal with Monsieur Bonaparte?
Among others, yes. How did you hear about that?
Monsieur Bonaparte came to speak to me about it yesterday, during lunch.
I see. So impetuous. He was supposed to let me speak to you about it first. Our friend Napoleon desperately needed financial backing to properly equip his army. I took it upon myself to back him because I have a firm conviction that he can go far.
We shall see. However, there's one thing that surprises me. Isn't Bonaparte a bit young to deserve so much attention?
Well, you come straight to the point. I like that. Indeed, if you knew just how much you remind me of him. Trust me, I'll wager that Monsieur Napoleon will soon prove himself. I'm working on it, at least. Once this deal was closed, I had big plans for Sarah.
Such as what?
You see, I've invited several influential figures on my island to present them with a project at the conference. It will be presented later today. I thought that the Golden Order had a role to play. And I still think so. I was hoping Sarah would be able to join us.
I see.
Indeed, if by chance your mother decided not to return to us, before the conference, would you do me the great honor of attending? If only to follow the deliberations while waiting for her to duly take her seat.
Why not? We shall see.
Ah, thank you so much. In this way, you'll be able to keep your mother informed of what is said. There's something else I'd like to briefly go over. Earlier, you asked me the official reason for your mother's presence here. Is there an off-the-record reason why your mother came here?
Hat einen Käufer gesucht.
If only my mother trusted me, but she remained very mysterious. I'd have been delighted to answer your question.
Is this usual for her?
As head of the Order, secrets are her bread and butter, as you can imagine. That said, it's the first time she hasn't let me in on the reason for her trip. And it intrigues me, to tell you the truth.
Well, I am sure that Sarah will explain everything once she reappears. There's something I still don't get. In your opinion, why would your mother remain in hiding over several weeks?
Her not coming back to the manor after so long makes me wonder if she's wary of someone.
Well, certainly. But whom? The only ones who were present during her stay were Sir Gregory, Duchess Hillsborough, Mr. von Wohler, and myself.
How did my mother and Duchess Hillsborough get on?
Oh, very well, I believe. They spent a lot of time together. Without wanting to exaggerate, I rather got the impression that Emily reminded your mother of herself when she was young. The only thing I can tell you is that Sarah had indeed changed. At the beginning of her stay here, we enjoyed spending time together, solving the world's problems.
You seem to know my mother very well, my lord. What did you talk about together?
Oh, as soon as we had a little free time, we liked to share points of view about practically any subject. We would find ourselves embarked on interminable discussions that could go from Monsieur Blanchard's flight in a hot air balloon to the Treaty of Jassy, or the adoption of the metric system in France last year, or even Mr. Eli Whitney's invention in the United States.
Ah, yes. His famous cotton gin. It was supposed to revolutionize cotton production in the United States.
It will revolutionize the world, Louis. The potential of this invention is much greater. Tomorrow, all industries will be switching to simple but large-scale production. Of that, I'm sure.
I'm surprised she didn't get you started on the Crusades. It was her favorite subject.
Are you joking? Sarah and I spent entire days together reliving them. It so happens that the Crusades are also my subject of predilection, especially the Third. My ancestor distinguished himself brilliantly during the siege of Saint-Jean d'Acre.
Oh.
Unfortunately, my lord, the Crusades are not my chosen field.
Well, it doesn't matter. You have plenty of time to learn. Your mother is a very well-read woman. You're quite lucky to have her as a model, Louis.
Yes, I know, but I'm still very worried.
I must admit, there are worse things to worry about now, Louis.
What do you mean?
Since she disappeared, your mother has been seen once. Her behavior on the evening of your arrival greatly surprised Gregory and myself. She resurfaced to attack Emma, Emily Hillsborough's twin sister. And she shot her with a pistol. Then, before Gregory could intervene, she ran off and disappeared again.
Oh,
I beg your
scheiße,
pardon.
Mann.
Hang on. Emily has a twin sister who knew my mother? But she's playing it, goddammit. That means my vision on the wharf, it was actually happening inside the manor. Mother shot Emily's sister? The very person she came looking for? Why would she do that? Excuse me, but between that and the childhood of Lady Adams, it's all a bit much for me to cope with. I need to piece it all together again to see things more clearly. You said that you spent a lot of time talking together at the beginning. What happened for that to change?
I'm afraid I haven't much to tell you.
Oh,
The more
willkommen,
the days
hallo.
went by, the more she withdrew into herself. She never gave me an explanation. Until the day came when she purely and simply disappeared.
Where did she go when she wanted to be alone?
She would shut herself away in a room we use as a box room upstairs.
Would you allow me to go there?
Naturally, Louis, of course. I'll send you a servant to open it.
Thank you.
That's all I can tell you about the disappearance of your mother, Louis. I would like to have been more helpful.
I shall stay on our trail and follow up any leads.
Thank you. We will meet later on to welcome our last guest. In the meantime, I shall get someone to open the box room upstairs for you.
Thank you.
Ja, da bin ich mal gespannt, was da oben ist.
The room is just opposite Mortimer's study.
Okay, ich muss mal gucken, wo ich hin muss. Warte, da war was. Was ist das? Das ist das Turmzimmer, ich bin richtig, ja, ich bin richtig. Suche nach Hinweisen, das mache ich doch gerne.
This is Thursday. There are burnt papers in the chimney. There's a legible fragment left. Hey, I recognize my mother's handwriting. She says we must find a safer way to communicate. Someone is on to us. Trust in my faith in the man with the sword. So Mother had an accomplice here. Who could it be? Who could she be suspicious of? I must find the next part. Faith, sword. I recognize her love of riddles there.
Gelee Royal kann ich nie machen.
Dante's Paradise.
Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen our rays.
Wow, da war was.
What is this disc?
Drücke. Okay. Okay.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal. The curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Ah. Kann er wieder nichts machen. Scheiße. Okay. Kann ich hier irgendwie weitergehen im Turmzimmer? Ne, ne? Ne. Ich gehe mal raus. Ne, ich komme nicht raus. Super. Achso, du kommst da. Ach so. Sorry.
Dante's Paradise.
Raise your head and be reassured, for what comes up here from the mortal world must ripen in our rays.
Ich muss jetzt irgendwie... fuck?
The door appears to be locked on the other side. I think I heard something fall to the ground. A metallic sound, like a key falling to the floor.
Die Scheibe
We'll
benutzen.
see if it works.
Jo. So, dann.
It's open.
Jo, das ist sie, da komm. Weiter geht's.
Painting of St. Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni.
Okay, voll mit Erdsteinchen. Was haben wir hier?
Amber.
Amber.
Several portraits of apostles, all signed by Guido Reni. It looks like someone touched this commode recently. There are fingerprints on the sheets and in the dust.
Kann ich jetzt da noch irgendwas machen? Nein? Scheiße. Ah, Mann, man kann ja nie irgendwas einsetzen, ne?
It's St. John, painted by Guido Reni. The New Testament.
Das Buch analysieren, okay.
Saying with a loud voice, "Worthy is the Lamb that was slain to receive power and riches and wisdom and strength and honor and glory and blessing."
Okay. Ich weiß es. Was haben wir hier?
A drawing of the Apostle Matthew, painted by Guido Reni. He's represented as writing the word of the Lord, transmitted by the Holy Spirit, who appears here in the guise of an angel.
Okay. Ich muss immer noch das Schwerträtsel lösen.
A chest with the occult symbol representing air.
Ich kann gar keinen. Super, dass ich hier nichts machen kann. Okay, zurück. Ich muss irgendeinen Schlüssel finden. Irgendwo muss hier noch was sein. Da war ich auch. Hier komme ich auch wieder nicht raus. Keine Ahnung, ey.
But that which beareth thorns and briars is rejected, and is nigh unto cursing, whose end is to be burned. Here's a message. There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Paulus neue Pilger. Boah, ich sehe nix, Alter. Zurück zum Anfang.
Now we exhort you, brethren. Warn them that are unruly. Comfort the feeble-minded. Support the weak. Be patient toward all men.
Okay.
Or what man is there of you, whom, if his son asks bread, will he give him a stone?
So. Na komm. Boah, jetzt muss ich echt überlegen, wo ich... Okay. Ich habe keine Ahnung, wo ich hin muss, ne?
And said, For this cause shall a man leave father and mother, and shall cleave to his wife, and they twain shall be one flesh.
Puh. Episode 2. Okay. Nochmal. Boah, ich sehe nix, Alter.
Not in the lustful desire, even as the Gentiles who knew not God. For you are bought with a price. Therefore, glorify God in your body and in your spirit, which are God's.
Ich glaube, das habe ich noch nicht
And as they
gelesen.
did eat, Jesus took bread and blessed it and broke it and gave it to them and said, "Take, eat. This is my body."
Okay, ich lese nochmal alles durch. Ich muss jetzt irgendwie alles durchlesen. Ich habe keine Ahnung. Johannes, Jakob hatte ich, glaube ich. Jakobus hatte ich noch nicht.
Grudge not one against another, brethren, lest ye be condemned. Behold, the judge standeth before the door.
Scheiße, Mann. Ich habe keine Ahnung, was ich da lesen soll. Okay, Paulusbrief habe ich gelesen. Ich kann nicht mal...
Volume of the Gutenberg Bible.
Das kann jetzt dauern, Leute. Korintherbrief.
Now I pray to God that ye do no evil, not that we should appear approved, but that ye should do that which is honest. For we are as reprobates.
Okay, ich werde jetzt einfach alles nochmal lesen. Die Apostelgeschichte habe ich auch noch nicht gelesen. Ich glaube, da habe ich nämlich auch noch nicht alles gelesen.
And a voice came out of the throne, saying, Praise our God, all ye his servants, and ye that fear him, both small and great.
Paulusbrief, Hebräerbrief, Kapitel 6, Vers 8. Also, okay, nochmal. Nochmal, Paulusbrief, Kapitel 6. Hebräerbrief war das? Kapitel 6,
There
Vers
are some
8.
complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Paulus neue Pilger, okay. Ja, Paulus. Aber wo finde ich das? Ah, warte mal, ich muss noch mal gucken. Kapitel 6. Ah ja, wenn ich wüsste, was das ist, Kapitel...
Honor thy father and thy mother, as this is the first commandment.
Nochmal Paulusbrief. Paulusbrief. Hebräerbrief.
For it is evident that our Lord sprang out of Judah, of which tribe Moses spake nothing concerning priesthood.
Irgendwo muss diese Scheiße sein.
Even as it is meet for me to think this of you all, because I have you in my heart, inasmuch as both in my bonds. And in defense and confirmation of the gospel, ye all are partakers of my grace. Thou hast put all things under his feet, for in that He put all in subjection under him. He left nothing that is not put under him. Now we exhort you, brethren, warn them that are unruly, comfort the feeble-minded, support the weak, be patient toward all men.
Meine Fresse, das kann doch nicht so schwierig sein, diese scheiße Kacke, Alter. Ich habe keine Ahnung, ey.
Do all things without murmurings and disputes. St. Paul painted by Guido Reni. St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean? St. Paul is shown holding a sword. Strange. There's hardly any dust, as if the painting's been cleaned recently. There's a small inscription engraved on the frame. Let's take a closer look. This is how Paul spoke to his pilgrims from Rome. Just above that, someone's written down the figure 11 on the painting and underlined it twice. No, what does that mean? Of the 4 apostles shown in this piece, Paul is the only one who isn't an evangelist. He is the 13th apostle.
Da kann ich nichts machen. Okay, das heißt, ich muss wahrscheinlich nochmal hier zurück. Nochmal hier dran. Paulus Brief. Aber da finde ich einfach nichts. Hebräerbrief. Hebräerbrief. Es gibt eben kein Kapitel 11.
Follow peace with all men and holiness, without which no man shall see the Lord.
Kapitel 14, oder?
For what thanks can we render to God again for you, for all the joy we found in you before our God?
Das ist das Neue Testament, ne? Okay, zurück zum Anfang. Römerbrief. Ah, endlich.
I say then, have they stumbled that they should fall? God forbid, but rather through their fall, salvation is come unto the Gentiles, for to provoke them to jealousy. Oh, wait. A note from Mother is carefully folded between the pages here. What does it say? Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the 2 groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative, awaiting your reply, hidden behind the youngest apostle. What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
So, nee, warte mal. Zurück zum Anfang, das ist es nämlich nicht. Ja, zurück zum Anfang. Römerbrief nochmal. Ich muss das nämlich zweimal lesen.
Dear E, I'm glad you found this note. I was afraid the code of the 2 groups of pilgrims would mislead you. Pick up the package. You know where, and hide it where no one will find it. It's imperative. Awaiting your reply. Hidden behind the youngest apostle.
So.
What? The youngest apostle? What does Mother mean by that?
Okay. Das ist eine Frau, die zählt auf jeden Fall nicht. Der jüngste Apostel. Ich muss jetzt mal gucken. Ne, das ist er auf jeden Fall nicht. Da muss ich jetzt mal gucken, ob hier noch irgendwas. Der jüngste Apostel. Ne, das auch nicht. Ne, auch nicht.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. St. Paul is the only saint to be presented twice in these paintings, contrary to the other apostles. How come? This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust has built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
Okay, das geht er wieder nicht. Den
This
Rahmen.
painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust has built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4. Caravaggio attained a magnificent command of black and the play of colors too. Paul facing an ordeal, the curtains of his illusions being raised, and receives the light from his Savior.
Okay. Gut, dann gucke ich jetzt nochmal, ob ich das jetzt hinkriege. Das wäre natürlich schön. Johannes.
Hereby know that we dwell in him, and he in us, because he hath given us of his Spirit.
Johannes.
If we say that we have no sin, we deceive ourselves, and the truth is not in us. And the woman was given 2 wings of a great eagle, that she might fly into the wilderness, into her place, where she is nourished for a time, and times, and a half a time, from the face of the serpent. Hey, a new note. It's been folded carefully in the corner of this page. The writing, it's not my mother's. S. I found the book in your effects. I've concealed it where no one can get their hands on it. I can assure you, awaiting your instructions, I will hear your reply like he who hears the angel. Hears the angel? What does that mean? Oh, It's probably the place where she was expecting to get the location of the next note. There's something else behind this painting. It says, half of each group will join the first city of Corinth. What the hell does that mean? Now, therefore, there is utterly a fault among you, because ye go to law with one another. Why do ye not rather suffer injustice? Why do ye not rather suffer yourselves to be defrauded? Ah, look, here's a message. It is of paramount importance that no one finds it. Watch out for the Prussian. He's on the trail. Let's meet up. I'll leave it to you to organize the rendezvous. Not today. I'm unable to do it. In the meantime, I'll follow the first group to Mark, who will reveal the answer to them. And that first group of pilgrims, how many are there now? If I refer to the chapter I'm reading at the moment, 6. Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew. Painting of Saint Mark from the collection of the Apostles by Guido Reni. There's nothing worth noticing here. It's too cumbersome for me to unhook here, but judging by the dust, it hasn't been moved for months, if not years. There are finger marks, deliberately drawn in the dust. 8 in all. No, nothing of value here. Little characters are engraved on the chest of drawers under the urn. It's a sentence in Hebrew.
Okay.
There are some complications. Indeed, the Prussian is insistent. What's happening at your end? Do you need help? If tonight is not possible, let's see tomorrow evening, in the South Room, where we reviewed the situation. When Paul understood that only the axe counted, he went back on his tracks. I await your confirmation to his left, in the company of the pilgrims that have joined him. Yeah, this last comment is about their code. I should find new pilgrims near Paul.
Okay. Ja, Leute, ohne Hilfe check ich nicht, was ich hier sonst machen soll. So. Das hier oder was? Das einzige Gemälde, was wir haben, ist das hier. Also muss ich hier nochmal.
St. Paul on the road to Damascus by Caravaggio. This painting has been hanging here for a long time. A lot of dust is built up on it. Well, a finger has drawn a number in the thin layer of dust. I can read the number 4.
Das habe ich jetzt irgendwie alles schon gehabt. Gucken, ob hier noch irgendwas ist. Alter, bin ich froh, wenn dieses Scheiß hier vorbei ist, ehrlich jetzt. So, warte.
And he became very hungry and would have eaten, but while they were made ready, he fell into a trance. Hey, there's a note here. A message from Mother in reply to E. We must leave urgently, but first I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare. Watch out for Volner. He figured out I was avoiding him. Allay suspicion. See you tomorrow evening. Stand ready. For now, let's cease all communication until we meet. Take care of yourself. I suppose this must be the last message. What happened afterward? If it's what I suspect, I fear the worst. What did Mother mean by, I absolutely must go beyond the nightmare? I must go beyond the nightmare. What does she mean by that? Clearly she must be trying to do something useful, but what? Nightmare. Does that remind me of anything? It probably has to do with an object or something. Granting that this is the case, where might it be found? Thought it would have been over there, but something's telling me that it isn't. I better keep searching. Mortimer's getting his guests together. I ought to join them so I don't look suspicious.
So, los, komm. So. Weiter geht's, endlich. Okay. Ja, dann bewege ich die beim Beherrschen hier. Da kann ich auch wieder nichts machen. Weiter. Wieder eine Trophäe gehalten, sehr gut. Oh! Ja, ist ja gut, jetzt lebt mich am Arsch. So. Na los. Wieso kann ich da eigentlich hier runter? Ist doch scheiße. Steht wieder so ein nerviger Diener.
You are expected in the small salon, sir.
Aha.
Emily, I must speak to you.
What's the matter, Louis?
I have news about your sister.
What have you found out?
Look, I've started piecing together the events leading up to my mother's disappearance and your sister's. Did my mother know about your secret?
Yes, even though I belong to the English chapter, her rank in the Order gives her access to a good deal of personal information.
Must have been Emma I saw in my vision. I was given to understand that my mother and your sister bonded during their stay. I've got a question that might seem a little bit strange.
I'm listening.
If I said go beyond the nightmare, would that ring any bells?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
It might be a place, I don't know where, but it's a lead.
You ought to ask His Eminence. He knows the house and its estate very well, being a frequent visitor here.
Thanks for the advice. Should I speak to her about my vision? If what I saw is true, she might want to take revenge.
Ja, ich erzähle dir davon auch.
Emily, there's something else.
Go on then.
It's about your sister. I don't know what happened exactly, but it's possible that my mother had a go at her.
I know, Louis. I found out that same evening. Well, thanks for not trying to hide it.
What? Why didn't you tell me?
I didn't know if I could trust you. Now I know I can. It seems that your mother tricked Emma. She apparently asked her to hide an important book, so that even she wouldn't know where it was. And then she shot her like a dog to make sure no one would ever find it again.
Why would she do that?
I don't know, Louis. But I'll find out. You can count on that.
I'm sincerely sorry, Emily.
Thank you, Louis. But you do realize your mother will have to accept the consequences of her acts.
There must be an explanation, Emily.
That's what we shall see. Come, Louis. They're waiting for us.
Ich finde es eigentlich ganz gut, dass ich den ehrlichen Weg gehe. Weil lügen kann man immer, aber ich finde den ehrlichen Weg irgendwie besser.
You will pay dearly, Peru. I'm sure you were involved somewhere along the line.
That's right. Pretend you don't know. One piece of advice. Don't travel through France on your way back, or it'll cost you dearly.
Calm now, my friends. Let's calm down. Everyone seems to be a little unnecessarily heated. Don't forget where you are, please.
What's going on here exactly?
Sir Gregory called us together to introduce the last guest.
But hardly had we arrived, and he set upon Monsieur Peru.
And what has Monsieur Peru done to once again provoke someone's anger?
We don't really know just yet.
I get the feeling it won't be long before it gets out.
How could you dare do such a thing? Dios mío, you are all out of your minds!
Really, Duke Manuel? What made you kick up such a fuss?
What? Have you not heard? Well, let me inform you that yesterday morning at 10:22 a.m. precisely, in the middle of the Place de la Révolution in Paris, by decree of the National Convention which Monsieur Peru works for, King Louis was guillotined. What? The King of France is dead, gentlemen. Our monarchies are in danger. I have said it before. How dare they?
Oh, dear.
Oh, as if... Gracious. Friends, let us calm down.
Don't pretend to be surprised. He got a fair trial.
Ridiculous! Bastard! He was sentenced to death by 361 votes to 360. You beheaded a king for one vote! Is that your democracy?
What an obnoxious act. Until this, anything was possible. This political coup will have grave consequences.
France is lost.
Gentlemen, please. Let us take a step back a moment.
In the name of holiness. He was the highest representative of God in France, Emily.
Gentlemen, this news affects us all, but I must ask you to remain calm.
Manchmal
It's
ist es
not the
besser,
first
einfach
time
schlau zu
history
sein.
has taken us by surprise. Let's ensure that our respective countries are allowed to respond appropriately to this news.
Oh, rest assured, the response will not fall short, my friend.
Good for you. Well, Your Grace, here I was preparing to introduce you as is proper, and you've beaten me to it. I'm delighted that we are all together at last. Our meeting will therefore be able to kick off shortly. I have just a few more little preparations to take care of before you all find out the reason for your presence here. In the meantime, I shall leave you to get to know one another. When you hear the bell, please proceed to the conclave room on my left, behind that door. I'll see you later.
Oh. Crazy, man.
Could you spare a moment, please, sir?
I'm glad you asked. I want to talk to you, too. Of course.
I heard about your mother's disappearance.
He looks concerned. I don't know why, but I doubt it's from sympathy alone. Well, let's see what he wants from me.
Any news of her? Have you found her, maybe?
Why? Is there something you particularly wanted from her?
No, not specially.
My questions made him feel uneasy, but he's keeping his emotions under control.
Your mother and I used to often speak together. I have rarely met someone so learned. To tell you the truth, I was about to make a deal with her. Did she tell you about our arrangement?
Nein.
Of course she did.
Perfect. I'm glad to know it. So, how should we proceed then?
What do you mean?
Oh, come, sir. No point pretending. You know. You obviously have no idea what I'm talking about, do you? You might have come across some old books in her belongings, perhaps?
As my mother's got so many old books, I'm afraid I won't be able to...
Oh, it's easy. You can't mistake this one. It's an ancient grimoire, composed of 7 parts. Each one is closed under lock and key. It was made in such a way that if someone tried to tamper with it, the sheets would be permanently tarnished. If you find it, you mustn't tamper with it. You see?
That's unusual. Unfortunately, that doesn't ring a bell. I'll look again, but I wouldn't get my hopes up. You seem very upset. Is it so important to you, this book?
Well, it's the search of a lifetime. What can I say? Every time I move closer to it, it seems to slip away at the last minute. I was very surprised to learn that your mother had it in her possession. I thought it was with a certain von Borchet in Paris. Do you know him?
Indeed. One of your close friends?
No, not really, but we were close once. Precisely over the case that concerns us now, because he claimed to have the book I'm looking for.
Another dishonest person. What can you say? Can't trust anyone these days, huh?
No, you can't.
I hope I've been able to satisfy your curiosity, Mr. von Wollner, and that you succeed in finding what you're looking for.
Oh, and so do I.
And now, what if you told me who you really are working for, instead of keeping up this pretense?
I beg your pardon?
We both know what you're looking for, von Wollner. You're the one who von Burchard was planning to sell it to.
For centuries, all those who have come into contact with the Al-Azif have bitterly regretted it, Monsieur de Richet. You are playing a dangerous game. Please know that I am working for someone who does not appreciate anyone poking around in his business.
Let me guess.
König von Preußen, ich weiß es nicht.
Your dear king, I should think.
What? You mean Frederick William? Oh, my poor fellow. You are miles away. That stupid, pretentious puppet wields no real power. But seeing as you do not wish to be serious, so be it. Good luck to you.
Okay. Hast du immer noch sprechen?
Monsieur Bonaparte, may I speak with you a moment?
Mais oui.
What do you think of Duke Godoy?
Well, I'd rather not express any opinion of him.
Why is that?
His reputation is enough for me.
You'll be able to check if the hearsay is true over these next few days.
I sincerely doubt that. The context does not allow me to give him my trust.
I understand your point of view. Does expression go beyond the nightmare mean anything to you at all?
Well, metaphorically, yes. It sums up the career of a soldier quite well. I doubt that is what you want to hear, though.
Indeed. That's surely not what I'm looking for.
Well, monsieur, if you are looking for a phrase book, Lord Mortimer must surely have one, given the number of books he has. You ought to check in the library of the tower. You never know.
Would you have any more information about the conference Lord Mortimer spoke of?
Nothing at all. Mortimer is very committed to secrecy when it comes to his conferences. But given the presence of Monsieur Peru and ourselves, I think it must concern France to some extent. Otherwise, I doubt he would have invited 3 Frenchmen to his table, huh?
Okay.
Well, I'll be leaving you now. Shall we meet up again later?
Wait, monsieur. Any news of your mother?
Unfortunately not, no.
I hope to speak with her about my deal before I leave. Let me know if you find her. À plus tard, monsieur.
Okay. So. Okay, da komme ich nicht rein. Kann ich noch mit irgendeinem labern? Labber, labber, labber. Was will der?
What can I do for you, sir? I am at your service day and night, sir.
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Gold, Elixier, Edelstein, Gemälde, ist Bernstein. Ein Buch.
What's that book you're hiding in your jacket?
The Sorrows of Young Werther by Goethe, sir. And I am not hiding it.
Hand it to me, please.
It is damaged, sir. I would never dare lend sir a book in such a pitiful state, sir. I took it to restore.
Hang on, but it's mine.
Beg pardon, sir?
It's my book. I'm telling you, it's my book.
With all due respect, sir, I hope sir will understand that I have doubts. You see, I found it in Lord Mortimer's library.
There you are, then. That's exactly where I left it.
I am quite put out, sir. I don't know what to say.
In that case, I suggest you say nothing and hand it over.
But I...
Now!
But, sir, I... Very well, sir. Here you are. May sir take good care of it. It is damaged.
And you've damaged it as well? Well, bravo. Bravo.
No, I didn't do anything. It wasn't me, sir.
Say pardon.
Pardon me, sir.
Very good. There were some other things I wanted to go over with you.
Gold Elixir.
You wouldn't have a little golden elixir I could use, would you?
Oh, unfortunately, sir, I have orders not to give any of that medicine to any of Lord Mortimer's guests. Some guests are here to follow a very strict treatment. Mixing or combining certain substances would be dangerous for sir.
Was brauche ich denn noch? Erdstern.
I still haven't quite recovered after that boat crossing. Would you happen to have any devil's thorn by any chance?
I am sorry, sir, but the devil's thorn may be just a plant, but it is also a powerful psychotropic drug that causes undesirable diuretic effects. I would advise against sir taking any.
My good fellow, would you have any amber available?
I would, but unfortunately I don't think I am authorized to give it out, sir. I believe it is a precious stone.
Okay. Kann weder das eine noch das andere machen. Karmelitengeist kann ich jetzt fragen.
A little Carmelite water would do me a lot of good. Could you find me some, please?
Oh, the tonics are under lock and key, sir. Lord Mortimer only allows access to them in cases of emergency.
Skandal. Warte. Mal versuchen. Ne.
I would like to speak about your master, Lord Mortimer.
Do please excuse me, sir, but I shall make no comment about my master. Is there anything else that sir would like to know?
What can you tell me about the guests?
Do excuse me, sir, but I am bound by discretion to say nothing about Lord Mortimer's guests, sir. Perhaps sir would like to know something else?
What's on the first floor?
The first floor is reserved for guests, sir. That is where sir will find his private rooms. The main corridor leads around the building. 3 stairways will enable sir to return to the ground floor. It is also from there that sir will be able to reach the second floor.
Thank you very much.
Anything else, sir?
Yes. What can I find on the second floor?
That floor is strictly reserved for Lord Mortimer, sir. In the west wing on the second floor are his private chambers. In the east wing are the rooms reserved for Lord Mortimer's personal guests. At the moment, these rooms are reserved for Sir Holmes, sir. But only authorized guests may access that area. Does Sir have any more questions?
What is outside on the island exactly?
Lord Mortimer has made a point of keeping the main part of the island in its natural state, sir. For security reasons, only the wharves and the gardens are accessible to guests. If Sir would like to walk along the wharves, he has only to follow the pathway used upon his arrival. If he would like to walk in the interior gardens of the manor, I would advise Sir to pass through the portrait gallery. May I help Sir in any other way?
As I was unable to bring my personal effects with me, I was wondering if you could find me a few items.
Of course, sir. What would you require?
Zurück. Okay. Okay, gut. Einfach mal im Kreis laufen, warum nicht? Kann man ja machen. Ich will mal hoch wieder. Ah. Okay. Was mache ich jetzt? Ich rede mal mit ihr. Oder nicht? Doch. Komm, ich rede mal mit ihr. Was wird passieren?
What do you want, Louis?
What do you think of our last guest?
Well, I never thought I would get the chance to meet that Hispanic Casanova in the flesh. His reputation is well known. The gentleman collects lovers, including, would you believe it, the Queen of Spain.
Oh.
I doubt that Lord Mortimer invited him for his charm, if you want my opinion. I have a question that might seem a bit strange, but...
Go on.
If I said, go beyond the nightmare, would that mean anything to you?
No, means nothing to me. Do you mean literally or figuratively speaking?
In the figurative sense, probably. I'm trying to understand what it refers to.
Well, if I come up with anything, I'll let you know.
I've already asked you, but I don't remember the answer. What did you say to me about going beyond the nightmare?
Good heavens, you're losing your memory. I haven't the least idea what it might mean.
Oh, all right. That's too bad.
Okay.
A few leaves out of an old encyclopedia.
Ja, okay, das wird halt nichts zu bedeuten. Einfach mal durchlaufen. kannst du nur wieder lesen. Okay. Ich wusste Mortimers Arbeitszimmer, okay. Muss jetzt mal gucken.
Duchess Emily Hillsborough.
Okay. Wo ist denn das Arbeitszimmer von dem Typen?
Duke Manuel Godoy. Monseigneur His Eminence Cardinal Piaggi.
Hier komme ich nicht rein.
President George Washington.
Ich muss irgendwie zu dem Typen in sein Arbeitszimmer kommen. Ich glaube, ich muss wieder runter, würde ich sagen.
A cache.
Sammlermünzen. Ja, warte, ich gehe falsch. Das steht auf jeden Fall schon mal fest. Ich gehe falsch. Ne, hier muss ich wieder raus. Meine Fresse. Nein, schon wieder falsch. Nö, ich gehe da wieder raus. Muss ich irgendeine scheiß Nordtreppe finden.
There's the alchemical symbol of the earth on the lid.
Okay.
A fragment of amber.
Ah. Muss irgendwie... Muss irgendwie sein scheiß Arbeitszimmer. Aber ich weiß nicht, wo das sein soll. Hier ist...
Huh, that's me.
Ja, nee, da muss ich nicht hin. Verdammt nochmal, wo ist denn diese scheiß Treppe?
Duke Manuel Godoy. Monsieur Napoleon Bonaparte.
Da ist sie wieder. Ich weiß nicht, man kommt irgendwie nicht höher. Ja, da könnte ich wieder runtergehen, aber das bringt mir ja nichts. Ich muss irgendwie dieses scheiß Arbeitszimmer finden von denen. Und ich weiß nicht, wo dieses scheiß Arbeitszimmer ist. Ich gehe jetzt noch einmal komplett durchkontrollieren, ansonsten weiß ich auch nicht. Das hier.
Monsieur Johann van Woolner.
Ich gehe einfach mal komplett durchgucken, wenn hier nichts ist, weiß ich es auch nicht. Einfach mal langsam durchgehen. Hier komme ich nicht rein. Zweiten Stock. Ja, wie komme ich in den verfickten zweiten Stock, Digga? Ich gehe jetzt nochmal zurück und gucke, ob ich irgendwie in den verfickten zweiten Stock komme. Ich gehe nochmal hier runter. Alter. Okay. Hier ist eine Treppe. Muss da irgendwo noch eine zweite Treppe sein, Digga. Okay, da komme ich nicht rein. Da bin ich rausgekommen. Da will ich nicht schon wieder hoch. Da muss ich ja wohl mehr oder weniger wirklich wieder hier durch, wa? Ah, fuck. Oh Mann, dauert das jetzt lange, ey. Gehen wir mal hier rein. Wir kommen auch nicht weiter, ne? Nein. Scheißegal, ich gehe jetzt einfach hier lang. Ich weiß nicht, wie ich sonst überhaupt zu dem kommen soll. Wow, wow, boah, ist das langsam, ey. Ah ja, hier war ich ja schon mal. Jetzt komme ich hier irgendwie in den verfickten zweiten Stock. Nee, will ich nicht sprechen. Ja, gucken, ob ich hier jetzt weiterkomme. Hoffen wir es. Ah, scheiße, ey, ich komme hier nicht wieder, oder? Ne, ich komme hier verfickt nochmal nicht weiter, Alter. Naja, egal, ich habe jetzt auch genug gezockt erstmal. Wir gucken einfach die Tage nochmal weiter, Leute. Dann wünsche ich auf jeden Fall noch einen schönen Tag. Vielleicht streame ich gleich mal was anderes, ich weiß es noch nicht. Und ja, bis denne. Ciao.